In this video guide, I want to show you how you can export from Blender and you can import into Twinmotion. So the first thing, you need something that you can export, of course, and the standard cube here will be too boring. So what I'm going to do is import or open something a little bit more complex real quick. So what we can do, and this is Twinmotion, by the way, and these are the templates from the home screen. So I can open up a template and use it with my object that I'm going to import. So I'm going to do something like an asset, something like for product design. So I'm going to use this product design product visualization scene called display planes. So I'm going to open it up. And while it opens up, let's get some object to display. And again, if you have it already in Blender, you can use it. Otherwise, I'm going to show you real quick where you can get an object. There you go. So this is called Polyhaven. It's a website that I often use. It's really amazing because it has a lot of assets and most of them are totally free. Of course, if you can support the team to create more models, more textures and everything. So if we go in the models section, here we can find some of the models that we can use. Now, one of the latest here is this chess set, which is pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna go for that, but you can use any other piece here that you find, other model. So I wanna go for the chess set because probably these are also divided. So it's not a single object, but probably these are like other single entities. And you have a preview here of everything, but all we need to do is select the resolution of the texture here at the top right and the format. Now, if you use FBX or GLTF, you can directly import it into Twinmotion. But I want to do a step into Blender because the video is intended to show how you can export from Blender and import it in Twinmotion. I'm going to click in download, save it in a zipped folder. Of course, if you have your own, you can use your own object. So what we need to do also is extract this. So right click and let's extract into the folder. And there you go. So we have texture and you can see we have the Blender file. So I'm going to double click and it's going to open it up in Blender and then get rid of the zip folder because I don't need it. And this is the chess set right here. And as I assumed, we have different pieces. And this is a good setting because then we can see the different import options in Twinmotion. Let me just create here a new object. So right now it's in Italian, but I'm doing something really quick. So adding a mesh, and it's going to be the monkey head of Blender. And I'm going to scale it down. So we can do also a test with this other object right here. Now, I'm also using here Blender Kit, which is another add-on. And by the way, if you're interested in Blender, in the other add-ons like Blender Kit, you can check the video course in Blender in our channel. You can also check the various video guides that we produce in Blender. So let's look for something interesting here in the materials. Let's go for some plastic, some shiny plastic, something like that. And well, let's go for this one here. So I'm gonna click and drag. This is how Blender Kit works. It's a really interesting and useful add-on. And we can switch now to the third sphere to see the materials, how they're coming out. And there you go. So we have all the materials, all the texture. This is our monkey here, kind of faceted effect, which is gonna be fine for this experiment. So we have objects, we have materials, and we have textures. So basically we have everything we need in Twinmotion to see if everything is working out. So what I'm gonna do here is go to File and start to export these in order to be imported in Twinmotion. Now you have a series of options again. You can use the FBX. So you can see here we have FBX. So let's, I'm gonna use a folder here called import. Let me just create a new folder just to make things a little bit more organized. So I'm gonna call this export from Blender and double click. So make sure that everything is fine here, but it should be, so you don't need to do anything here. Just export, give a name, export, and that's it. So this is FBX. Now The other way we can export is to use the another popular one, which is OBJ. So let's export this also in OBJ in the same exact folder. So export OBJ. Make sure that here you have like textures and things that will be recognized. And then let's do another final export in GLTF, which in my opinion, in my experience, this has worked better than the other. And this is also a free open source format. Now here you can select visible objects, selected objects, but we are exporting everything, so I'm just gonna keep everything as it is. I'm gonna export materials, textures, make sure everything is in there, and then export. Okay, now that we have these three formats, let's go into Twinmotion. Okay, here we are in the template in Twinmotion, so I can move around. Of course, I'm not going to explain everything to you here. There is an entire video course dedicated to Twinmotion as well as to Blender. So what I'm going to do is just get rid of this object or just deactivate it. You can see we have other folders here, so we can use different handbags. We can use different studio setup. This is like similar to Keyshot when you can set up the studio, can set up the materials. You have different settings. Well, let's go for the plain standard studio cyclorama here. And also you can change type of plint. So you have different, holding objects. So I'm gonna go for, let's see here, something really simple. And well, let's go for the second one. This one here is really simple. Now I'm gonna place the chess set and the monkey head up there. So what I need to do is go to import, click on the plus, and now we need to get our geometry from the folder where we save it. So I'm gonna navigate into the folder here called import, and these are exports from Blender, and you can see we have the chess set, and this one here, the first one will be FBX. So let's try with the FBX and let's open it up. Now, this is an important passage. We need to understand what we want to import and how we want to import it. Now, I think it's recommended to use full precision UVs, full precision normals every time. So you're gonna import properly. And you can try with automatic unit conversion, or you can set up your unit, but let's keep it on auto. So let's keep everything easy, fast, quick, and simple. Collapse. Now this is important. Do you want to keep the hierarchy of your file? So how the objects are grouped together and separated. So yes, if you want to access the different objects and move them around, that's the option you want. Do you want to collapse by materials? So you want to divide the groups that you're importing by materials. Now this is quicker when you have to change only the materials here. You need to work with the materials. This is going to be the faster option. And then you have collapse all, which is going to bring everything as one single object. And this is useful when you have like something that needs to be together, and perhaps it also has the same material or only one material, like an unwrap map material. But for this case scenario, I'm going to use the keep hierarchy option. So I'm going to do import, and there you go. So everything is inside real quick. So the checkerboard is there, and it's also positioned pretty well in the scene. But now if I want to see here where it is, you can see it's inside a group, and it maintains all the hierarchies. So I can access the each single piece here in the checkerboard can be accessed. So I can move them around. If I'm able to select objects, I can move them around. And this is why keep hierarchy is better when you have this type of situation. I can rotate them. I can just do the same transformation that usually you can do in Blender. Now, one thing you can notice is that we don't have the material right here visible, but we have the other materials with a texture in there. So if you want to check the materials that you imported, you can go here into materials and just look at the latest material. So you can see that this one, or you can use the color material picker right here, click on the material, and you can see that this one here doesn't have the texture. So probably because this was from BlenderKit or something, but it didn't appear. So I need to create the texture or the material right here in Blender. And these are the other materials which have been imported. This chess set is there, so everything is looking fine for the rest of the scene that we imported. Now, if we want, we have a lot of materials we can use. here in Twinmotion. So for example, if I go here, I want to apply a metal, I can directly select one of these metal material and apply it, or plastic or whatever. So you can see you have really advanced materials. So let's go for this one here and apply it to the monkey. So you can see that it's really quick, really easy. And also you can apply something to the background, which could be again a material like that. So you can change the aspect of the background cyclorama. But we can also use HDRIs in Twinmotion, again, just like Keyshot or similar. Um, so right now we are using this HDRI, which is really simple. But we have also here HDRI settings like indoor. So let's say that I want to use this one here. I'm just going to click and drag, and this is going to create another HDRI for the background. So I can quickly set up the background. I can quickly set up the materials, and so I can basically work with this. The lighting, I can work with this in Twinmotion. You can see now I have a better lighting. I can go here in the ambience, and I can also rotate or manipulate the HDRI environment with rotation. So I can change the reflections, and everything looks pretty nice and realistic. And this is only the real-time render. In this new version of Twinmotion, you also have another renderer which is more powerful. It's called the path tracer. So if you render with the path tracer, it's gonna have a way better result. So you can try here with different objects. You also have subsurface, scattering materials that can look more realistic. You can see everything now is real time. So this is highs. So in the real-time render, everything is just a little bit more approximated in terms of lighting, in terms of materials. But if you use path tracer, it's going to look really realistic. Now, the beauty of real-time is that it's a real-time render, so you can move around. You can also do animation, other stuff, but that's explained in the Twinmotion video course. I'm going to do a second import with the OBJ, and this time let's do the collapse by material option. So I'm gonna leave everything as it is. We have a material conflict because we already imported this. So let's just keep both materials so they don't get overridden. And we're gonna have now two chess sets exactly placed on one on top of the other. So I'm gonna move one around, and be careful because here, if you want, you need to select all the children inside this group. So we can now move them around. And actually, I don't really see them. So they are pretty small, you can see. If you press F, you can frame the object. So now the object is too small, and it's also rotated strangely. So I need to fix it a little bit. I need to rotate it, and I need to scale it up. So that's, more issues that we have with OBJ that we didn't have with FBX. Nothing that we cannot fix, of course. Now, the difference here is that you can see the objects are separated by the material. So they're kind of grouped together. So if I change the material on those pieces of the checkerboard, so if I click and drag also here, you can see that they will all be affected. In here, I can work with each single object. So the best way to do that is to select one piece and change here and do apply to selection. So it's only going to apply it to the selection. So that's the best way, the quickest way we can assign another material to each single piece of this system. Now let's finish with the GLTF. So I'm going to press plus again, and then I'm going to go here to the last one that I exported. Sorry, this is OBJ, this is GLB or GLTF, it's the same thing. So let's open it up. And right now I want to do everything collapse all. So I'm gonna create only one object with the thing that I am importing. So there you go, it just overlapped in there. So I will select it and move it aside right here. So you can see that it still maintains all the different textures and materials. And also it's imported this other one that I've created in Blender. So this is why GLTF is the more, I think, accurate and the best one when you need to do export from Blender, import in Twinmotion. And there you go. But the difference between the others is that here we only have one piece. So everything is, collapsed into one single entity. So if I need to change a material here, well, I need to change it on the overall checkerboard. So I cannot like select each single piece, and I cannot change the material by material. So this is also the difference between the 3D importing option that you have here. So I think the best one would be to select the GLTF format and the collapse by hierarchy, keep hierarchy. So that's going to be the best one, I think, if you want to do product design and product visualization here in Twinmotion. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please support us joining the channel, or you can also support us by subscribing and checking the other video courses, video guides. We had courses in Blender and Twinmotion and similar software. So that's all. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.